Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Q&A, and I'm here with
Kyle.
And Steve.
And I'm Jenny, and today we're going to answer your questions. The first one comes from Josh K. Josh, I think we've answered a few of your questions, and we really appreciate you writing in because you always come with really super creative stuff, but I think we might have to give it a couple weeks before we answer another one because we might be accused of favoritism.
We're cutting you off for
Just
now.
for a little while, but you always come with some good questions.
Yes, thank you.
Anyway, so he writes in, this question is regards to your statement in the last episode of Yoked about if we are in a state of technology overload. What piece of technology up to now do you feel we can do without, and what has us more dependent on technology than ever?
Steve?
I think it's just the internet. I mean, that leads to all the other problems that you would have in terms of your attention to things. I'm always using it whenever I'm going to jump on something. I play less games now on my phone than I end up looking things up and reading, so.
I definitely think cell phones have a lot to do with it. Smartphones, especially, anything with the internet in the palm of your hand has made us very dependent because all the information's there and we look to it. Even though we can probably find some of that information ourselves, just digging deep enough, we're just so quick to just pull up Google or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like I know, like I use my GPS even if I'm going to a place that's like 2 blocks down the street or whatever. It's like, I know how to get there. Why am I typing in my GPS even though, it's like, I've never been to that place before. I want to know what side of the street it's on when I pull up, you know what I mean? So that type of thing.
Yeah, I agree that the internet becoming mobile has definitely made us more dependent on that technology because, like you said with the GPS thing, we don't know how to get anywhere anymore. We don't know anybody's phone numbers anymore. We don't, really retain much information anymore as people because we can look things up so quickly. Our brains just kind of dismiss that if we need that information again, we can just look it up again. So it is a huge catch-22 there. Yeah. And for me, the piece of technology that I think we could do without are microwaves. Because the nutritional value of microwaved food is so horrible. Things like Dinty Moore dinners and almost everything you buy in the freezer aisle is really bad for you.
But what about leftovers? I mean, what if you cook a really good healthy dinner and then the next day I want to heat it up, but I don't want to wait, I don't have an hour to heat it up in the oven or something. Microwaves are awesome for that.
Baked potatoes, another good point.
Baked potatoes.
Baked potatoes are terrible for you.
But they're so good.
It's like
so good.
It's like
Fully
eating
loaded.
a half cup of sugar. It's terrible.
You don't
for
even
you.
care when you're eating it though. You're like, just count on the calories, man.
Super
Bring it on.
Just grab
So
4 or
delicious.
5.
True.
I just think it would help people make healthier food choices if they couldn't use a microwave.
Or
Because
they'd
you'd have to
starve.
eat more fresh food.
Yeah.
You would not starve. You would just eat more things raw, which is not bad for you. Unless it's
Beef.
steak.
You still do
or
a cup
chicken.
of noodles. You can still do the whole ramen thing. Just boil water in the pot. And
Anyway.
controversial
All right,
issue.
so the next question comes from Brian F., and he asks us what happened to Question of the Week. And I've actually gotten this from a few different viewers. And for a couple episodes, we were doing that Question of the Week thing, remember? And then it turned into this big disaster because we were picking questions for people who were overseas. And we couldn't ship anything to them as prizes.
Right.
We're still
rough.
working on that, sorting that mess out. So until we have a reasonable solution to picking the Question of the Week prize winner, we've just decided not to do
What if
it
we still
anymore.
have Question of the Week, but they just nobody wins a prize? You just get a shout out. Shout out to you for
Gold star.
asking a good gold star for asking a cool question.
All right.
I'm sure they would like that too. Well, you guys can let us know in the comments. But.
How about Question of the Week will always come from Twitter. So if you guys want to be Question of the Week, you have to tweet to us at Q&A on Twitter.
Tweet of the week.
And that's where the Question of the Week is going to come from. So send in your good questions. I like the Twitter format because it limits to 140 characters, and I think the best questions are always the short ones because
True.
people have to be really creative with how they ask.
We should
The longest question of the week.
no, we should reward them for we should reward them for asking
No.
short questions.
Yeah.
Just why?
Yeah.
Yes.
You.
are the question of the week.
I like you. Can't answer that one, but I like you.
All right. Arvin asks, hi, Newegg TV. I just want to know what kind of PC builds do you enjoy more, budget or high-end, small or big?
Small, high end.
Small high-end, right?
that's my
That
answer.
$2,300 Node build you did was fantastic.
Lot of money, little space.
I'm the exact opposite. I want to go big. I like going to PDX LAN and seeing those massive water-cooled systems that people have like a stacker case on top of another stacker case just go crazy. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, some of those showpiece PCs were pretty fantastic.
So you're not complete
Some-
opposite of me. You still
Yeah.
like them to be high end, just
Yeah.
the larger form.
You're right. It's not a complete opposite.
I do like the challenge of a budget build though, because you're
Yep.
trying to find that's more like a puzzle you have to put together. You have to find the best components that work together in the best configuration for the least amount of money possible is much harder than just like building a dream machine in any size.
Definitely. I've actually,
There's a challenge.
You know, with a Newegg wish list, I've gone on Newegg wish list so many times. I can't count how many times I've done this, where I've just tried to build the cheapest computer possible. Like, I don't even care. It could be like single core processor, whatever it is, and just so I can like add it and be like, I could buy a computer right now for $200. I could just do it. I could just do it, and then I never do, and then I wipe the wish list, and I wait another month and do it all over again.
Is that how you get your fix?
It is a little bit. Anyway.
All right, and
Is that it?
one more
Oh, wow.
from
Okay.
It Bites Hard.
Sweet. Ponder that one for a second.
Good name.
Why is it necessary to be able to have 64 plus gigabytes of RAM? I have 8 in my build and it has never been a problem, and I'm gaming all the time. I'm into 3D printing and modeling stuff. I just don't see the use for that much RAM. What are your opinions?
Bragging rights.
There you go. That's all.
It's a RAM measuring contest.
I was going to say video editing, when you're trying to run simulations of something. I mean, if you're talking about, yep, VR, that's a really good one, actually. Gaming in general is not going to use that. I mean, I don't think we need beyond 16. There's some numbers not too long ago that said 12 was really the last time that we really needed to see a difference between 8 and 12. I don't think 12 and 16 has a massive difference, but you know, that's what I remember.
I mean, maybe it could help gaming if you set up like a RAM disk or something.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
In that case, you could load game maps almost instantaneously.
The whole everything, the entire
exactly.
engine, everything.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. So
VMs.
Yeah, he said VM, didn't he?
He said VRs.
VMs. I meant VMs.
Oh, I
meant
heard virtual machine.
I meant
Yeah.
virtual machines, not VR.
So-
All this
so
that was
Oculus
Paul
talk is
chiming
getting
in
us
from
mixed up.
25 feet away.
For clarification, thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you,
VM,
Paul.
virtual machines is what we were talking about, and he even meant to say that. He said VR, and I still
Yeah.
heard VM.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, that's all of our questions for this week, guys.
that's it.
So thank you everybody for writing in. Continue writing in to qnegg@gmail.com. Definitely check out the rest of our content this week. Tomorrow we have another episode of Yoked. Who's on Yoked tomorrow?
He schedules.
We'll figure that out.
Okay. And Friday is the Alt-Tab live show, which will be me and Steve.
Oh, good. Yes. Then Friday, I will see you guys Friday then. For
right.
sure.
Keep writing in to qnegg@gmail.com, and don't forget, if you want your question picked for Question of the Week, to tweet to us at QNegg on Twitter. And until next time, thank you for watching Newegg TV.
Bye.